Starting at point guard, at 6'0" number 9. Number 9.
Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Knights, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for this home ball club, they're in the midst of a bad stretch. Now, the good news, guys, plenty of games left for them. It's early still in the season. Maybe, just maybe, they turn it around.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable. The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's DJ. Count it.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Here's Freak. Shot blocked. Pass to Santos. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Phillips. Here's Freak. Coming off 41 points last game out. 6 to shoot. The fader. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Pass to DJ. Puts up a 3. The shot that time not on target. Gone 1 for 3 so far. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Here's Santos. Pass to DJ. Here's Santos. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Phillips. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
DJ misses the 3.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
From downtown. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season.
They took pride in their success at the line, and it forced opposing defenses to be very careful against them.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To snap the cold streak. Here's Phillips. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Pass to Santos. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Freak. Doesn't go for him.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Out to the wing. There's the three. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
From behind the arc. That one is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Down low. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
At the line for the miss.
Gone only 2 of 6 from the field. They set the pick. Banked it in off the glass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
The Knights have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Here's Santos. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Freak. Santos pulls it in.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's the floater, and he lays it in.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Pass to Phillips. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Freak. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And no good.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Fades away. Lets the three fly. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Going 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. From deep. It's a three-pointer. He's got 7.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Lets it go from deep. Misses that shot. Struggling now. Shooting 1 for 8.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Going 0 for 3 from downtown. Sinks that one from the post.
He's been aggressive right from the tip, but it's resulted in only 2 buckets off of 9 attempts.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. So both teams changing it up here. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to DJ. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the 3.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Freak can't hit.
Well, he's not the tallest guy on the roster, but man, can he board or what?
Pass to DJ. Clock is at 3. Three-pointer. On Saturday, then on Monday.
In that game against the Cardinals, that's a contest that I'm keeping my eyes on. Early on, you love to see games like that one. Should be a game full of interesting matchups.
Gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. This one for 3. Santos pulls it in. Santos has got 4 rebounds now. From the stripe. DJ, no good. Gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Over to the left wing. Freak gets the bucket. Freak's got 7.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
From the arc. Can't hit that one. Gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Jay. The fadeaway. All alone. And there it is for him.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's DJ. Steps back. And that one good. He's got 12.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Freak. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Santos. Inside. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
They swipe it. He goes up, and he hammers it home to polish off the break. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pass to Freak. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Freak's got 11. The Knights have gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, every year we see a few teams that exceed expectations, Richard. In your experience, what's the blueprint for an overachieving team?
Well, a lot of times you see new coaching staffs unlocking a roster. Other times it's just healthier bits of competition. And don't forget, health is always a huge component.
Here's Santos. He had 25 points in his last game. 5 on the clock. Take it away! And here comes the break. It's tipped. Pass to DJ. They set the screen. Takes the 3. Another shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Santos. Shooting 1.
Gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here's Freak. 11 points in the game. And the bucket is good.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Pass to DJ. Here's DJ. Clock at 6. No good there. Shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's the teardrop. Here's Freak. Goes back up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
From outside the arc. That one doesn't drop. It's a close game here in Boston.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Shooting about 58% so far in the second. Floats one up. Santos pulls. It in. Santos has got 6 rebounds in the game. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. No good with a layup. Here's Freak going inside, and a nice finish on the layup. Freak's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Puts the move on. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to DJ. Here's DJ. That three's off the mark. Here's Freak. 15 points in the game. There's a screen. 1 second left. And he takes it up and lays it in. He has 6. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far, leading by just 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Even teams that have great shooters have to be selective. They're hucking it up from beyond the arc, hoping for the best. And it reminds me of my free throws. Almost, mostly bricks.
It's like they went to the O'Neal three-point shooting academy.
Very funny.
And now, moving on, a look at the players of the week deserving of the recognition. Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the honors. But the bottom line is no one can match up with him. He's just too big and too skilled.
And you see that? He's using my move on the block of the Black Tornado.
What move is that? You going in circles?
Okay, stand up. I'll show you.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Well, the Knights shooting it at 52%. Here's DJ. To the paint. Pass to Santos. Here's DJ. Going all the way to the rack. Oh, a clear foul there. On the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
First team foul. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Lets a floater go, and it's good for 2. 22 points for him.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Pulls up. Freak gets the bucket.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's DJ. No points so far. Chalk up 2 there.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Freak. Driving to the basket. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, seconds, 2
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Pass to DJ. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. He's off on that one.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Freak. Shot clock at 6. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Give him 8 points now.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's DJ. Yet to see a basket. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Tremendous effort on the boards. He's been playing big all night.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Santos. For the tie. And Freak pulls it down. Freak's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You have to credit the defense. Adjusts his feet, takes the hit, and gets the call.
The Knights have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's DJ. Still without a bucket. Pass to DJ. Just 5 on the clock. 16 feet out. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Here's Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season.
Well, it speaks to how active and energetic they were when operating behind the arc. Great three-point shooting team last year.
Pass to DJ for the tie. The shot, no good. Got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. To the wing, right side. Here's Freak. Pass to Phillips. Hey, from beyond the arc. That shot is off. Here's Santos to the middle. The rebound by Phillips. Here's Freak. 21 points in the game.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Pass to DJ. Here's Santos. The 3-ball. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Freak. 23 points in the game. Got it. Freak's got 10 points in just the second half.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to DJ. Fires for three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Freak. 25 points in the game. To the inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's DJ. No good with the triple. Gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Freak lays it up and banks it in. Freak's got 12 now in this quarter.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Yep, that one's good.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. To the left side wing. The three. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. Well, the Knights' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Here's DJ. No points yet. Down low. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Shooting for the Knights. Substitution on the court.
So it's the home team now to take the lead. Misses the layup.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
Pass to DJ. Beyond the arc. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Finally starting to dial in from range. That's his second this half.
And he drives in. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
First team foul. At the line for the Knights. Number 11. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
And he makes both free throws. Gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Freak. Pass to Money. Here's Freak. 5 to shoot. And there's the drive. And he banks in the layup. Freak's got 29.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Number 11. 1 shot.
And that one misses.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Lets it fly. Yes! He nails it! Freak's got 16 points here in the second half. Here's DJ. Right at the free throw line. Count that one.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Phillips. Pass to Freak. Here's Phillips. Yep, that one goes.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's DJ. Pass to Santos. Three-pointer. DJ, no good. Gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Here's Freak. They set a pick. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Oh, it's stolen. Here's Jay. Pass to Phillips. Count it. Good. Phillips has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Snatched away. Freak passes to Jay. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Here's DJ. Pass to Santos. Another steal. Here's Jay. Here's Freak. Goes back up. Six on the shot clock. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And it's good on the lay-in.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
And Allie, thanks. Here's DJ. Another steal. Tipped away. He launches. No good.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Here's Freak. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Oh, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Fires it from 14. Nope.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
He gets it to go. Eight-point game. Here's DJ. Here's Santos. Beyond the arc. Oh, he can't hit it. Got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. With a teardrop, it's blocked. Here's Freak. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's DJ. He lets it go. He knocks down the jumper.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Goes again, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And an intentional foul right there.
Number 49. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
Team foul. At the line for two, Cortez.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead, trying to close that door.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And the 3 misses. And that's an intentional foul.
Number 49. Third personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for two, number 2.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he dropped. Let's loose for 3.